So like many of us, I'm a college student, and my college classes are really stressing me out right now. So let's escape and talk about some toys. Specifically robots. Specifically monkey robots. Specifically Optimus Primal. I love Optimus Primal. I need to talk about him because I need to get my mind off of how horrible my professor is. Dude makes no sense. Anyways, Optimus Primal also in a way makes no sense because he's a robot that transforms into a monkey. But you know what? It's all good. I love Optimus Primal. I love Beast Wars. The show was great. It's been so long since I've seen it, but I own it on DVD. Why haven't I just watched it again? I need to rewatch it at some point. It's a great show, and I've collected some various Optimus Primal toys throughout the years. I have the original vintage Optimus Primal as well as the brand new Kingdom Optimus Primal. I don't have the Masterpiece one. I don't really mess with Masterpiece too much. But I also have some like the Beast Wars 10th anniversary one. I have Transmetal 2. Or that's just Transmetal. This is, I guess, technically Transmetal 2. Optimal Optimus from Power of the Primes. I thought about getting the original one, but I have the Power of the Primes. I think it's cool enough. I like it. I also have this little Beast Machines McDonald's toy that has seen some better days. And I have this little titanium figurine. So let's take a look at these. Let's take a look at the little titanium figurine now. Actually, awesome thing about this toy is that this is actually a childhood toy. I had this guy when I was a kid. And I kind of didn't really know what it was, or what it was about, or that it was a Transformer. I honestly, it was one of those toys I just had. I almost never even acknowledged it. I just found it in my basement years ago, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's Optimus Primal! So, I really do like this guy. He is very obviously based off of the vintage toy. You can basically even see like the lever and all that on his back. He's cute though. He's cool. He's kind of in this pre-pose. I don't have his weapons with him. I doubt I ever did. And he's got his little face, which sort of has the face, but not really. But he kind of does. But also, it's just a face plate. But he also has a. Anyways, yep. It's a little Optimus Primal. Let's talk about this weird thing. I don't remember where I got this. I do not remember where I got this Beast Machines, either McDonald's or Burger King. I can never remember which. Optimus Primal figure. Very weird. I'm not a big fan of Beast Machines designs. I think Optimus Primal got a very weird redesign. He looks very odd. He's got, I don't know, his face just looks really funny to me. And he's also got the monkey face, which, I mean, that's kind of interesting, but also so 2000. Also, mine's really chewed up. Like I said, don't remember where I got it. Either the P.O. box or the thrift store. I honestly couldn't tell you which. Because it's been a while. It's been a couple years, I think. But still, cute little figure. I at least want to show you the monkey heads on some of these figures. Anyways, let's talk about this one. This is like the Transformers Cybertron / Beast Wars 10th anniversary version of Optimus Primal. I did customize him. He didn't have the blue for his mouth. And I just went in with a blue Sharpie, put that in there, and now he looks very, very prime. He looks great. Honestly, this is such a cool redesign of Optimus Primal, and just a toy on its own. I just really dig him. He's got a surfboard, dude, or like a hoverboard, I guess. Yeah, he can hold that, and then his robot arms become his monkey legs, so he can stand on it as a monkey, which is kind of an homage to the Transmetal one. Where's his monkey head? I don't remember where his monkey head is. Oh, there it is. It's on his butt. Yeah, for some reason he's got like a head crest. It also doesn't look like a monkey much at all. But I know it's technically a silverback gorilla, blah, blah, blah. Come on, monkeys are memes. Why not? I just love that head sculpt, and I love the big yellow eyes. I genuinely love those eyes. Yeah, he's a really cool one. No wrist swivel, unfortunately, but he can still move his hands around a lot. He's a cool one. I don't really display him with the board for obvious reasons. But still, he's got like the fake pistons in his legs too. He was a nice recreation of Primal for the modern era back in like 2006. Anyways, let's talk about the Transmetal one, because I got this guy at a peddler's mall. He was just in a big old bag of toys for like $4. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's a physically complete Transmetal Optimus Primal. And yeah. It is, and I love it. I do have to kind of briefly show you his... I'm not going to show you much. I'm not going to fully transform him. But his legs, for his monkey mode, do become like a board. And I love that. And then he's got like all that metallic blue too. You can see he's, I mean, mine's in really good shape too. I'm really surprised. It's kind of a pain to get his head, so unfortunately I won't show it to you for this video. But yeah, I just want to highlight the different Optimus Primals I have. This isn't like a review of them. I've done these videos before where it's like a collection highlight of various figures in my collection. And for today, it's Optimus Primal. There we go. I had it flipped the wrong way. There we go. I mean, I really do like the design aesthetic of Transmetals, where it's almost like the robot modes were more animalistic, and the animal modes were more robotic. I always thought that was a cool twist. Even though his head never sat right with me. I don't know why, especially watching the show. I was just like, I don't know. It just, something about it. I think he might be... I know they're going to be re-releasing some of the Transmetals here soon, I think. They're also going to be re-releasing the vintage figures, but we'll talk about him probably right now. I actually already have reviewed this guy. If you want to see all of the awesome details of the original vintage Optimus Primal figure from 1996, check out my review. It'll be at the end of the video. Yeah, really, really awesome toy. This is the best figure here. I mean, it genuinely is. He has so many cool features. He's got the flip-up cannons, which, like, you can see how those just flip up and out, and that is just so sweet. He's got the swords inside that store really nice. He's got the cannons that flip out of this arm. He's got the mace that flips out of this arm. He's got the pounding of the chest. You can just give him a monkey face on his chest if you want to do that. Honestly, really like the sculpt on that. It just has this really, nice look about it. And I love the very Optimus Prime looking head. I love this. Now, this figure is rumored to be getting a reissue at some point. This original vintage Primal, especially complete like mine, is like over $100. But wait for the reissue, because I think it's only going to be like maybe around 40 or 50. This guy's definitely worth that price, for sure. This toy is so jam-packed with all these awesome features. Even has a mutant mask. You can kind of flip his head around. It's supposed to be in front of his face, like this. It's like a mutant mask. So that's kind of neat. It's almost looking like a bat, like his original Beast Wars figure, which I would love to get that someday, the Bat Optimus Primal. It's so weird how they made Primal a bat and then Megatron a croc. That's just so interesting. A couple more figures here. This is one of the newest ones. He was a fan vote figure. That is Optimus Prime, not Optimus Primal, Optimal Optimus from Transmetal 2. He was elected to be a Power of the Primes leader class because reasons, I guess. Honestly, pretty cool choice to remake. I think this figure is really cool. Unfortunately, he does have some parts forming to, because these pieces I think are originally on his forearm, and you have to like pop them off and put them on his shoulder for him to be accurate. But it's no biggie. He's also got the stickers. Power of the Primes did the stickers. Not the biggest fan. Like you can see that they look kind of cheap. But one interesting thing, and I have to show this, the Power of the Primes leader class figures. It was a smaller robot that went inside a bigger robot, right? You can basically uncurl, transform, and have Optimus Primal on the back of Optimal Optimus. Like this, like seriously. Like he just curls up. He's basically just a block that sticks on his back. That's all they could do to incorporate him. Of course, he does have the backpack that's actually attached to the figure, but still, that's kind of funny. It does give you a chance to actually look at the Optimus Primal figure, though, which is pretty cool. I think it's an awesome interpretation of like Optimus Primal before he got his gorilla mode. I think that's actually really cool. So if you kind of want that in your collection, this is definitely a cool Optimus Primal to have. And he's kind of about the same size as the New Kingdom one, too. So it's kind of almost like the Cybertronian Siege versus the Earth mode. So that's actually pretty cool. Yeah, I definitely like that. So yeah, let's fold that back because I really have no intention of having a freaking robot on the back of another robot. That just doesn't sit right with me. Isn't that so weird though, how they just did that? It's a little bit of an odd choice on Hasbro's part. But you know what? It gets the job done. It's still a fun figure though. He can still transform fine. He still works fine. He's got a matrix, which is really cool. Because it's actually kind of what he sort of had going on in the show, right? I mean, he got the physical upgrade because he took in the matrix of leadership. Oh no, why did you have to do that? And now he's squatting. That is not good. Ooh, his joints are getting a little loose. Maybe that's a problem. But anyways, last figure, definitely one of the best here, is the New Kingdom one. The New Kingdom Optimus Primal. This is what made me want to make the video. I thought about doing a new versus old, but I decided to, because I already reviewed the old one, to just show off all of my primals. So he also has the swords, like the original vintage figure. He still has the shoulder cannons, like the original vintage figure. You just have to untab him and then wrestle to get him out, which is not the most fun thing in the world, but you can do it. It's doable. So you have to kind of like untransform him to get those out. Then while I've got him disassembled, here's his monkey face. Pretty good. Pretty cool face. I definitely dig that. So let's just get that folded back in. One thing I definitely love is having an Optimus Primal that is like true to the Beast Wars animation. I just genuinely think that's really sweet. Because, I mean, this guy's basically, you know, kind of a downscaled version of the Masterpiece one. I mean, sure, there's some differences, I'm sure. But for the most part, I mean, the Masterpiece one looks pretty similar to this. Oh, he also has the guns on his arms that can pop out. He has those on both arms. Those are so cool. Yeah, he has a Voyager figure, which, I mean, looking at him standing next to the deluxe class from Cybertron, he's barely any taller. But he does come with all those extra cool gimmicks and accessories that, in my opinion, make him worthy of being a Voyager. But still, he's, you know, they're definitely really working on shrinking the sizes. I can tell now. Before, it was like they were just making them more hollow, but they were still about the same size. Now, no, they're definitely shrinking them. But you know what? It's no biggie. It is what it is. My favorite figure here is still the original vintage. He's so fun. He pretty much has, you know, very nice articulation. But the new one is still very nice. I very much recommend this new Optimus Primal. Especially if you don't have any. That's pretty much the only one you really need. It's a good one. But I still definitely recommend tracking down the original vintage one if a big chunky monkey robot toy suits your, you know, interests. Alrighty, guys. I think this was a sufficient escape from my school issues. I got a few more videos to film, and then I'm going to call it a night. Alrighty, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.